paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alongside of me, Alex Nafusi.
Hi, buddy. Good morning.
Hey, what's going on, Alex?
I don't know. President of the Tiger Woods fan club, Jeff Lesson.
Yeah, he's just stepping out there. Hey, we brought Nicole Moscow from Remax Classic in Milford to talk real estate with us, a real estate agent who's out there in the streets, showing people homes, getting listings, talking real stuff with real people. How you doing, Nicole?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Real good.
Good.
How's your back? She's got a bad back.
Yeah, it's not feeling good. I hobbled in today.
Logging in all those hours, driving
That's right.
Looking at homes. That's cool.
Right.
All right. Well, hey, look, we are in the midst of spring here, although it sounds like it's going to be winter today and tomorrow, already April 2nd, 2016. Again, we are brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's 1-800-569-7283. We have a full staff there. A lot of families out there diving into the home market, and some know exactly what they're doing. They're getting the approval letters and getting themselves set up correctly. And then, Alex, I'll see a lot of families just talking about it and not really getting their ducks in a row. So we'll talk a little bit today about preparation.
Well, I think that when you get an approval, it's got to be from a reputable firm, And if you're getting it from, Trunk of Your Car Mortgage or, Schlep Rock Mortgage, it's not. I mean, it's not going to look good. And Nicole, you're giggling, but I mean,
no, it's a bad situation.
I do a lot of business, and there are realtors I deal with on a regular basis that. I know it's technically illegal to not accept an offer based on who the person got their approval from, but they will definitely hedge away from some of these firms and their approval letters because it's a complete pain in the ass. The deals never close on time. And it just it goes on and on and on.
Yeah, if you have an approval letter and you haven't given your documents even over to the loan officer, it's not a real approval letter. And
right.
I think you're selling yourself short there. Maybe causing a delay and not doing the things you need to do to really put your best offer forward to get that offer accepted. So we're going to talk about some strategies and things of that nature. Also, of course, we always dive into mortgage rates continue to shine. I mean, we're talking 40, 50-year lows still. It was a little rough month in the month of March. They did kick up a little bit, but ended the month at the lowest rates for the month, just wrapping up the last couple days there. So, again, mortgage rates still at 40, 50-year lows. A lot of equity in families' homes. We're going to be talking about what families are doing with the equity. Alex, a lot of families can set themselves up for success, consolidate their debt, pay off their credit cards, whatever they've got, that bad debt out there they're paying, as we talk about it, that toxic debt, 12 to 25%. Consolidate, use the equity maybe now.
Well, yeah, if you have credit card, then I think it's, it's a great way to take advantage of the equity in your house. I just, I want people to be cognizant of, the market's back, the economy's back, the housing market's back. I mean, Nicole, anything less than a full price offer is probably not going to get looked at unless it's that gorgeous home you guys looked at in Royal Oak the other day that smelled like death. But... Oh, was she listening?
No,
maybe,
okay.
Maybe she'll know to clean it. Maybe she'll know that their house stinks now, and maybe you'll be able to sell it.
There you go.
Get to the point, Tell her. That's your job.
Well, you know what? We're going to talk about some honesty.
Just be cognizant that you don't have, just because you bought your house for $100,000 and it's worth $200,000 now, doesn't mean you have to take out all the took Don't be that
Absolutely,
guy that, takes out money and buys a jet ski and a four-wheeler and, goes on vacation. I mean, let's be smart about this time. It took 8 years to get back to where we are from the bottom of it.
Right, and you want to have some equity in there when you're ready to sell. I mean, it's money to put down on another home. So, I definitely wouldn't take it all.
Well, how about doing some of the home improvements that you need to do and look forward? In other words, you have to budget yourself. And a lot of the information that we see out there talks about a family who's a homeowner should budget 1% of the value of their home for repairs. So, yeah, every year, if you got let's say a $500,000 house, put aside at least $5,000 a year for those up-and-coming improvements. And again, that could be a roof in 2 or 3 years, and that costs $10,000 or $15,000. So a lot of things you can do. It makes sense when you hear that number. A $200,000 house, you're putting away budgeting $2,000 a year for home improvements, things to upgrade your house so that when you do go to sell it, you're going to have some equity.
How many people actually do that?
Not a lot.
But
you don't even
of the population.
If even that.
Yeah.
You think? And I don't think you need to really do home improvements. I think doing your maintenance and keeping the house from having deferred maintenance helps sell it better, because when you go into a home that has a lot of deferred home maintenance, I mean, it's like a red flag. A lot of people don't want to deal with it.
Lots of families also trying to figure out the whole timing. And that's the thing when you're upgrading. You have a house and you've got to sell it. You're about to put it on the market. Real estate agents come over and they've given you some ideas on some improvements and some things that are declutter the house, make it really presentable. But then, you got the offer, and then it's contingent upon you selling that so that you can qualify and use those funds to buy the new house. That takes a team of professionals. And I think a lot of the families out there, that's the big question mark, is how do they do it?
Right.
And it's easily done by giving yourself days of occupancy, even telling the sellers on the new house you're going to buy that you're willing to even give them some 30 days for free. There's lots of
Right.
different things you can do to set yourself up to get that timing
Absolutely.
thing straight. So that's also a real key part of purchasing a home. Hey, we're going to take all your calls this morning, 248-539-9797. Always talk about mortgage purchases and refinance. Harry's not joining us today, so we got more to talk about. We got a lot. We better fill in because Harry's got always a lot to share with everyone. Nicole, just
He's
talking.
he's here so I don't get in trouble is why.
Yeah, he's right. We better
I
behave
think the
yourself.
station made him come on. They're like, if you're going to keep Nafusi on the air, you need to sit in with him every single week.
Babysit.
Babysitting. So we're also going to take your calls here in the studio again, 248-539-9797. We'll dive into what I want to talk about, Nicole, with you is the purchasing and really, truly just give us an update on as we go into this is early spring, this buying season, 2016. What's the inventory shaping up like? What are you seeing out there?
I mean, it's actually still a low inventory. I'm finding a lot more listings hitting the market, but it's still very low compared to the amount of buyers.
When you go out there and look at these homes,
When I go out and look at these homes, a lot of them are not
ready to be
desirable.
Yeah.
Right. They're not ready to be on the market. Like, I think that they could have done a little more prep work to get them on the market.
Let me ask you, as a real estate agent, you go in a house and you see something like that, do you give that positive or negative feedback to the agent?
You have
the other
to.
agent?
Yeah, absolutely.
Lie to me and tell me you do, even if you don't.
No, I do. I am definitely a feedback.
Here's the thing, and again, like I'm just a mortgage guy. I'm not a realtor. I mean, it's so obviously jump in and cut me off like you love to do so much and tell me that I'm wrong. But we will. Thank you. She will. Everyone thinks their house. Everyone thinks their kid should bat fourth. Everyone thinks that their kid should be the starting. I don't know how to play basketball, but the starting point guard. And it's the same. People have the same thing with their house. There's an emotional attachment to their home, and you have to break that bond when it comes to selling. Because listen, just because you love the Boogie Nights theme of your house doesn't mean the. I'm making all those looks. Everyone looked at me when I said that.
No, I like it.
It was a good reference.
Everyone loves boogie nights.
Neon lights, neon colors.
Who doesn't love Dirk Diggler? You have to be able to tell your sellers and your clients, like, dude, nobody's going to buy this house. This is like, it's not going to happen. There's certain things you have to do to make it desirable. As with anything.
I mean, the obvious
I
are
agree.
Nicole, the smells, the carpets could be stained,
The
the
colors of the
walls, the
walls.
colors.
Deferred maintenance.
Ugh.
Deferred maintenance is huge.
People want to look at
the
this house and
right.
they want to see themselves moving in there and not dropping a ton of
Right,
money
when you
on
pull
it.
in the front, and all you see is like deferred maintenance on the outside, you're almost leery to go inside.
And then when you get in there, is there
And
ever a
then when you-
surprise?
Right,
Is there
I
once
mean-
in a while? Is there ever a surprise?
I mean, there's always surprises in houses.
All right,
Always.
find something that's structurally sound. Again, one of the loans that we've been talking about with a lot of the buyers has been the FHA 203K loan, and we do offer that at Capital Mortgage. Again, call Capital Mortgage if you need a mortgage. Deal with the real professionals at 1-800-LOW-RATE. Full staff all day long. Get some real answers. And that 203K loan, Alex, is really, maybe those are the homes that are on the market. Maybe more and more families should take a look at that. Look, no one wants to pay MIP, but you can buy a house, let's say for $150,000, the neighborhood's selling for $200,000. This house might need $25,000 to $50,000 to make it the way you want to make it. Now you can finance that into the loan. You never have to come out of pocket for all these maintenance repairs. The house is inspected by an FHA appraiser, and it's a solid house, and it's the way you like it.
You can always refinance it too. So like you said, if you're going to steal a house, you have to steal a house. Let's just say the house is the one you want is $150,000, and they're going for $200,000. If you put in $30,000 to the house, it might be worth $200,000. You can always refinance it then. You don't have to stick in the loan forever.
Right,
And it's a stepping
absolutely.
process.
Our first break, 9/11 already. Hey, look, if you're just tuning in, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Show. Keep it here, 248-539-9797. We'll be right back with all your questions.
Career advisors dedicated to your success. Michigan Works is your employment partner with training, advising, and exclusive job postings, one-on-one at no cost to you. Your success starts here. Visit yoursuccess.work. Michigan Works is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Dan Weingartz. For over 70 years, our family has been helping Michigan families like yours find everything you need to care for your lawn. Come see our full lineup of Kubota tractors during our spring training sale. Take on all kinds of jobs around your property with a Kubota BX70 series. This tractor is compact and gentle on turf, but has the power and versatility to handle a wide range of garden and yard chores. Visit us in Utica on Van Dyke, north of M59, or see all of our spring training sale specials at Weingartz.com.
Weingartz, everything from lawn to snow.
Hi, I'm Dave Schaefer, and I teach cybersecurity at Walsh College. I've got the opportunity to actually create the environment, to create the labs, to create what the students would want, because as a former student, I've seen what was devoid, and I've seen where there was better ways to fill in the gaps. It's like we're reaching out to the businesses, we're reaching out to the organizations, we're reaching out to other people around the industry. Not only are they more meaningful to the students, but they're meaningful to the business out there, and that's how Walsh fits in. Walsh College, where business is turning.
How green is your grass? Make it even greener when you get Scott's Turf Builder Halts Crabgrass Preventer at the Home Depot. Now, 10% off. Scott's formula stops crabgrass before it invades and protects all season. It makes things a lot easier for you and a whole lot greener for your lawn. Bring on spring with Scott's Turf Builder Halts Crabgrass Preventer, now 10% off. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through April 6th.
Did you know buying new Atlas Copco tools could be a huge waste? Don't be a loser. Buy refurbished Atlas Copco tools from Air Center Inc.
I never agree with Donald, but Atlas Copco DC tools at half the price from Air Center and a 1-year warranty makes perfect sense, even for a billionaire.
It's a fantastic deal, believe me. All assembly plants should buy refurbished tools from Air Center Inc., making America great again at half the price of new. Call 1-800-ERGO now.
Celebrity Voices impersonator.
Are you suffering with hearing loss? Are you sick of people constantly complaining that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to speak up? Would you like to hear more clearly, but you don't want to wear a hearing aid that makes you look old? Then you need to try Listen Clear, a life-changing breakthrough precisely designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. And you can adjust Listen Clear to find the perfect way to hear everything, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And right now you can try Listen Clear absolutely free, with free shipping. We'll even give you free batteries for life. So call now, 1-800-900-4116. Listen Clear is lightweight and completely hassle-free, and it's practically invisible. Call for your 100% free home trial with free shipping and free batteries for life. For free information, call now, 1-800-900-4116. That's 1-800-900-4116. 1-800-900-4116.
This morning, Sandra Sneed wrote a joyful status. This miss is a soon-to-be Mrs. Over 300 friends liked her engagement post, and it got 76 comments. Sandra, you're one popular gal. Geico also has a comment on your status. Did you know you could save hundreds of dollars on your car insurance in just 15 minutes by switching to Geico? Just a way we're trying to help cushion a nice little nest egg for the future misses. Hashtag getting hitched. Hashtag savings.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
He learned to pitch in your backyard. Now his team's coming over to celebrate their high school championship. So you need to patch those bare spots fast. Pennington One Step Complete has a revolutionary formula that repairs bare spots in only 2 weeks or less. Pennington's been trusted since 1945, and now it works even faster. One Step Complete from Pennington. Honest green. Get your lawn ready for any occasion. Head to your local retailer to pick up One Step Complete.
Text the ticket anytime, 24/7 at 97136. The Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge Ticket Text. Don't overpay. Get into Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge today.
Don't miss country music's Party of the Year. Luke Bryan and Dirk Bentley host the ACM Awards. This is Luke Bryan, Dirk Bentley. Tomorrow, 8 p.m., only CBS. If you ever miss Stoney and Bill on 96. 97.1 The Ticket. You can always hear their highlights at play.it. Your new podcast network for best-in-class on-demand shows.
Good morning. It's 9:16. If you're just tuning in, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. We're in our 16th season bringing you the show. Welcome you aboard. If you just want to call in, 248-539-9797. Always at Capital Mortgage at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Here to help you get through some of your mortgage questions. So definitely give us a phone call. We've helped so many folks, I mean, from every facet, whether if you were buying new construction and something blows up and they tell you can't get a mortgage or you just need to fix your
I
credit.
remember that one. They were mad at me for that because he lost his job mid-transaction.
Actually,
the buyer did. I
Oh,
saved
okay.
it.
We've had one of
They're
those.
mad
We've
at me,
saved them. Right. We save a lot of transactions, actually. So definitely give us a phone call. Hey, if you want real mortgage advice, deal with real professionals, call us here at the show or at Capital Mortgage. Nicole, we were just continuing the conversation, sort of, out there, what's going on with families. They're starting to list their homes. Some of them are listing it because the listing agent comes over and says, I'm going to get your house sold for $10,000 more than the other 5 agents told them, and that wins them the transaction. Then
But then in the long
so
run,
glad
they
you
end
brought
up,
that up.
Right, and then in the end, they end up selling it for the same price the other 3 agents said it would. So,
and that happens a lot of times too. All right.
I was over at a friend's house on Thursday having dinner, and he said, yeah, he goes, I get great news. He goes, I'm like, what's up, dude? He's like, my house is worth, I can sell it for $1 million. I'm like, oh, it's great, man. Good for you. I'm like, who told you that? He goes, well, I got a letter in the mail from this realtor, and she said I can sell it for $1 million.
Okay, what was it selling for? What is it?
It's
Is it worth
probably
a
a $750 to $850 house.
Okay.
But point being though is that when people reach out to you unsolicited, they don't necessarily have your best interest in mind.
Absolutely.
I mean, listen, Capital Mortgage Funding does a ton of advertising. I encourage people to call me, call somebody else, whatever. But like when someone solicits you personally, to your home for whatever it is, like, oh, you're I don't know, give me
Whatever they
something
come to the
handy.
house with.
whatever you come to, like your shingle, the flashing on your
Okay,
your windows look
something.
Tree cutting guys
How about
come
windows?
over.
There you go.
Fine.
Windows.
Your windows look like you're losing energy.
Yes, and yes.
I don't know you. I didn't call you. Why you come by? Why are you knocking on my door?
We have a big problem with solicitors in my neighborhood.
Well, I
mean, they're always at our door.
Is it okay
Can't
to
you
do
put
a
a
mass
sticker up?
mailer and throw it in the mailbox?
I don't, but I'm going to. I got to get a sticker. I mean, it's just ridiculous, though. I mean, it's like you said, trees, windows, doors, siding. I'm like,
Here, if someone calls you on the phone and says, "Hey, I'm selling life insurance," you're gonna buy it from a random stranger?
Probably not.
Okay, well, why would you go with a random stranger if someone just sends you a letter that says, "Hey, get you $1 million for your house"?
We're going to talk all about
Yeah,
that,
that
really.
doesn't make any sense.
I mean, yeah, you can interview when you go to list a house. A lot of the families will interview you. They'll find out how many homes you sold recently,
Right.
what the response was, what the people you're working with, how many years experience do you have, and what knowledge. And just because you've been doing it for
references, right?
There should be a stat that says how much of what percentage of the original list price are you getting for your house? Because listen, you can go sell anybody and say, "I'm telling you, Mr. Freed, I can get you $500,000 for your house." Well, we got to reduce it, Harvey. It's not selling.
There's a lot of
Right, the
it's like our
appraisal only
favorite guy.
came in at 400. Right, exactly.
A lot of our favorite guys out there have a lot of signs up there, and it says sales
Price
pending for
reduced.
2 months. Price
Yeah.
reduced,
Price
sales
reduced.
pending, and never ends up closing.
Right.
Also, Nicole, one of the things we talk about all the time is, how hard and difficult it is to call. I don't know if it is hard to. You call the other agent and you find out the motivation of the seller. It's not always about the seller taking that extra $1,000. They might be willing to negotiate or sell it to a family for different reasons. Like maybe they'll allow them like 2 months or to stay in there till June 15th or whatever the day the kids get out of school.
Absolutely.
How do you get to that motivation? You're calling a listing agent. Are they sharing this with you?
Well, of course they're sharing it with you if they know that your intention is to write an offer. Like, look at our last client that just closed the Lose.
Okay.
I mean, look at that deal. When we called, we gave them our intentions. I mean, I think that was an amazing deal. Not
Everyone was
only
happy
did they
at the
get an
closing
amazing
table, yeah.
deal on the house, but I mean, we structured it the way we needed to so they could move out of their apartment. They could get in there. The other couple the sellers could purchase their house and move into theirs. So, I mean, we did it like perfect, but that was just a phone call.
Simple phone call, usually, and good communication usually
Absolutely.
solves all the problems.
I mean,
in all
there
these
was
transactions.
no drama on that transaction. Nobody was stressed out.
Happy sellers, happy buyers,
Absolutely.
happy agents. Everyone involved
Everyone was
does it
happy
nice.
at the closing table.
Great.
Perfect.
All right, mortgages in less than 30 days. Definitely want to talk about that. We're closing purchase transaction, Alex, as you know, in less than 30 days. If you're a licensed real estate agent, you're working with buyers out there, give Capital Mortgage a phone call for sure. Get in touch. Send them to us. The worst you can do is close on time, get paid sooner, and save the clients a lot of money. That's going to build your referral base. They're going to appreciate you reaching out to a real lender. If you're getting something, if you're referring somebody and they're not doing business with you, if they're not closing transactions in a timely manner, there's a lot of families out there and a lot of mortgage banks that would love to work with you. So definitely get the people hooked up with the folks that know how to close a deal in a timely manner. You got to trust these families. I mean, you got to trust everyone you're working with in the transaction.
Absolutely.
We talk about, Alex, getting a loan closed. It takes the documents, and it's like our job, Alex, is turning into just tracking down these documents for clients. So wanted just to touch about that as we get our clients organized for home buying season.
It's important that people understand, too, that it's not Capital Mortgage Funding that's asking for the documents. I personally don't care where this $500 deposit came from or $1,000 deposit came from. I want to make sure you have a job, you're going to pay the loan back. But, you know, some of the monotonous paper we have to go through, I don't care. I have a good friend closed on a house that she bought for her brother to live in. She's going to rent it to him. But, I mean, you know, great credit, you know, plenty of money, you know, 40% down. She was like, Alex, what the heck? Like,
right.
Why do you need this and this? And to me, you're talking like she had a K-1, which is it's a tax document for some trust for $36.
Got to get it.
I'm sorry, I need it, buddy. You got to get it. And it's just a lot of work. And I think when everybody's on the same team, it makes things so much easier. And you really, you know, I want to stress that you really just going to take a term from Harry, just stay in your lane. Like, do your job. Realtor, you worry about selling the house. Don't worry about, you know, loan estimates and closing disclosures and all that. I mean, I'll do the number stuff, okay? You say handyman's dream and cozy and quaint and, you know, and put the sign on the ground and all that. Let me handle the mortgage stuff.
All right, 248-539-9797. We take all your calls here if you want to join the show today. Again, we're always talking about a smooth process, and it really starts with the clients getting the documents. These are the required documents. What we basically did in the whole industry is they made the rules the same for everybody. So whether it be an FHA transaction or a Fannie or a Freddie transaction or a VA loan, the same documentation is required for every individual. And yes, there are a lot of these pieces of documents. You get them together. But the one thing it's definitely shown over the last 7 years, Alex, and you'll see all the stats are talking about it, Freddie Mac came out with it, delinquencies are at all-time lows. The mortgages are being paid on time. We're building stronger communities, stronger neighborhoods. I mean, that's nice to see. You know, you get that dumpy house at the end of the block, and all of a sudden a new family's in there, and now the landscape's looking good. That's going to add value to your property. That's going to add value to your neighborhood. It's really good stuff. So definitely one of the things out there that families can do is get their ducks in a row and make the process smooth and easy. It's so much better. And, you know, even with the bankruptcies out there, there's a lot of paperwork. So if you had some trouble in the past, get your paperwork or call Capital Mortgage. We'll show you what you need to do to get the transaction done. Alex, I took a call actually last week on the show. We took a call and I was dismissing it. And I called the gentleman back and it turned out it wasn't even a Chapter 7. It was a Chapter 13 and he is able to refinance and it's approved and we're moving forward. So
good.
A lot of families out there. Again, if you heard something or someone's telling you, it might not necessarily be true. There's different types of bankruptcies and you might be able to qualify and go ahead and refinance your house.
I like hearing those stories, man, when you call somebody, because I mean, we always do call people back, but a lot of times you need to call someone back after the show and it's just, you know, they just tell you the tip of the iceberg on the air and then you're like, oh, by the way, this and this and this. You know, most importantly, you got to make your mortgage payment on time. And of all the bills that you're going to pay on a monthly basis, you got to make that mortgage payment on time because if you miss one payment, you're ineligible for 12 months.
Right.
You need 12 months clean history. So, I mean, there's, you know, I'm not encouraging anybody not to pay bills on time, but you have to choose between paying Visa or your mortgage payment.
Right,
make the mortgage payment. I can always pay off the Visa card for you.
Look, if you're having
refinance,
you know, I'm glad you mentioned that because if you're talking about that, if you got that question coming up every day in your life and you're having trouble paying your bills, call us now, and let's see if we can refinance you or consolidate you and take care of business. There's so often that a client will call us and we're like, boy, I wish you would have called me 6 months ago because you have plenty of equity here and you could have done something to help yourself keep your credit clean. As you know, Alex, when we refinance a client's home, you typically skip a house payment. You can usually roll in the costs. You don't necessarily have to come out of pocket. If you have equity, you can roll in a new escrow account. And a lot of times get the refund of your old escrow, which frees up money and really gives families that little extra boost just that little extra boost to get them over the hump moving into 2016. All right, the show is moving quick today, so come on and join us. 248-539-9797.
How would you like to make up to $20,000 a month flipping houses with no risk? Hi, my name is Nick Vertucci, and over the last 2 years, my elite team of house flippers have flipped over 800 properties by using my 3-step flipping system that guarantees quick profits. And this year, we plan to double it. I'm growing my team in your area, and I'm looking for help. I have more cash available than deals right now, so I need you. All interested candidates, call now and take an inside peek of my flipping system. I'll rush you out a free copy of my Fortunes and Flipping CD kit that will show you how easy it is to get in, get out, and get paid immediately flipping houses if you come join my team.
Call 1-800-214-7059 now to get your free flipping kit. Call 800-214-7059, and you'll also get free tickets to a training workshop. That includes a free meal, a smartphone watch, and a USB flash drive loaded with Nick's powerful information as free gifts just for attending. Call 800-214-7059. That's 800-214-7059. Call now. Dr. Berkowitz from Michigan Hair Restoration is back to talk with us more about his groundbreaking hair restoration procedure. First, I have to say, wow, you have a full head of hair over there.
Yes, I had the procedure done about a year ago, and the results are great.
And you know what? No one would ever know. It looks so natural.
Yeah, the procedure my team and I are performing is amazing. There's no pluggy palm tree look. There are no stitches or staples, no linear scar, and the transplanted hair is genetically programmed to grow. You will love your hair and feel more confident.
You know, a lot of guys are using this time of year to get back in shape, lose weight, but this could really do more for their appearance than 100 trips to the gym.
It really can. Many clients have even called this a life-changing event. If any of your listeners have even thought about hair restoration, I would love to help them.
Guys, stop waiting. Call 844-WANT-HAIR or visit drb4hair.com. That's DRB, the number 4, hair.com.
Mike Lenny here with Tony Ortiz. Tony, you've lost over 50 pounds on the Nutrimost program, correct?
That's right. I lost 30 pounds in just the first 40 days on the program alone. 20 more pounds since then, all with no hunger, no cravings, and no exercise. You know what, Mike? I can't believe how simple it was.
I mean simple. I've seen you get confused using a pot of coffee.
That is true. I do have those problems, but you know what? Here's how it works. You get a quick full-body consultation that measures your metabolism, your hormones, and all that stuff. Then you get a personalized Nutrimost health plan that's completely laid out and easy to follow, and I needed that.
And by personalized, you mean rabbit food?
That's not true. I can eat anything, Mike, that I want to eat. Nutrimost, in fact, has all my favorite foods, so there's no hunger, no cravings, no problem. What I didn't expect, all the energy that I have now. It's unbelievable.
You want results like Tony? Give Dr. Stanley and Nutrimost a call, 1-800-IDEAL-U. Schedule your full-body consultation and get started losing weight today. The number, 1-800-IDEAL-U. Lose up to 45 pounds in 40 days with Nutrimost.
That's right. I lost 30 pounds in just 40 days, and you can too. Call 1-800-IDEAL-U right now.
If you're considering going back to school, ask yourself the following questions. Do you need the flexibility to take classes on your schedule? Do you have college credits you need transferred? Do you want to earn a quality degree from a world-renowned university? If you answered yes to any of these questions, Arizona State University is the perfect school for you. Arizona State University offers over 100 highly ranked degree programs 100% online. You'll earn the same degree as you would on campus, from wherever you are, on your schedule. Plus, ASU Online accepts most transfer credits. For information, call 1-800-400-1284. Learn for yourself why the Wall Street Journal ranks ASU 5th in the nation for producing the best qualified graduates, and why 90% of ASU grads are recruited within 90 days of graduation. Learn to grow, learn to succeed, and learn to thrive at Arizona State University. To learn more about ASU online degrees, call 1-800-400-1284. That's 1-800-400-1284.
The next time you're in Vegas, head to the D Las Vegas. It's not on the Strip. It's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and you'll feel right at home. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Red Wings win over the Wild 3-2. They remain third in the Atlantic, 1 point ahead or behind the Bruins. Actually, they remain fourth. But they're tied with eighth for the final playoff spot with Philadelphia. Philadelphia with games at hand. Wings and Leafs tonight in Toronto, 6:40 here in the Ticket. Pistons fall to the Mavericks at the Palace, 98-89. Pistons 40-36 with a loss. They still lead 8th place Indiana by half game and 9th place Chicago by a game and a half. Pistons and Bulls in Chicago tonight. Golden State loses at home to Boston. First home loss for the Warriors since January of 2015. Their record 68-8. Head coach Ray McCollum fired as head coach of UD Mercy. He was 130-132 in 8 seasons. NCAA Tournament Final Four today. Game 1, Oklahoma against Villanova, followed by North Carolina and Syracuse. Tigers over the Rays 9-4 yesterday. Anibal Sanchez pitching into the 5th inning, giving up 4 runs on 7 hits. At Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com.
The baseball team that Detroiters love most. The Detroit Tigers live here.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. It's 9:32, the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm Harvey Fried, Alex Nafusi. We brought the real estate agent, Nicole Moskowin from RE/MAX. Got some calls to get to. We want to hear from you. Again, 248-539-9797. If you're on the shy side, call Capital Mortgage all day long. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Let's quickly go out to George in Lake Orion. Good morning, George. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Good. So listen, a couple months ago, I applied for a mortgage on a house in Lake Orion and filled out all the information, gave mortgage company everything they needed, and I was pretty much all set to go. It was going to be an FHA loan, and I found a house in Lake Orion and got the real estate involved. It was, I don't want you to throw the name out there, but they went, showed the house. I did an inspection, did the appraisal. I gave them a $1,000, I guess it's called an earnest deposit.
That's correct.
And so everything was all set, and then we got closed right to like the final day, the couple days before closing. The mortgage company called me and said, listen, we got a problem. They said that I had a 2010 or 2011 old tax that had popped up. They wanted me to wait 60 days to clear that up. And they had a couple overdraft issues on my checking account, and they said they wanted to see that for 2 months without anything on it. I said, all right, that's fine. So I called the real estate lady and let her know what's going on. And she said, well, let me talk to the listing agent and let him know. She called me right back and said they want you to put another $500 deposit down. I said, okay, hold the house. I said, that's no problem.
Right.
And she said, all right, give me a few minutes and I'll call you back, let you know what we have to do. An hour later, she called me. She says, well, they want you to put another $4,000 on top of my $1,000 I previously put down for a total of $5,000. And she had said to me on the phone that they're telling me if I don't close by April 6th, I'm going to lose the whole $5,000.
Yeah, that's not true.
When you said that to me, I said, that's...
They wanted it
I said, I'm not going to do that.
Can't do that in an FHA.
And so, no, I said, I'm not going to risk that. I'm already, there's already $1,000 that's out there.
Sure.
So no, she said, so you're not going to do it? I said, absolutely not. She said, all right, well, let me talk to them. So make a long story short now, they're not going to, they will not release my $1,000. The house
can't do that.
has been sold since then.
No, you can.
Wait, they sold the house without you signing a release?
They signed, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Did you sign a release for the house?
I signed, well, she sent me something on the, yes, I did. And then I signed to get my money back. And,
yeah, it's refundable.
I guess the other party wouldn't sign it, and she's telling me that I'm going to probably have to take them to small claims court to get my money back.
No, you're not. You just got to talk to the broker.
And you both have, they sold the house, but they didn't sign the release. They can't, the release has to be signed by both parties for the house to be sold.
George, it's called a mutual release. You both have to agree.
Because there's really no expiration date on a purchase
what happened
agreement.
was she did send me the copy on the computer, a mutual release. I remember this now. And, it was electronic signature.
George.
And I did that.
But did the seller sign it?
No.
Then they can't sell the house.
Hey, George, besides that, I wish you just, throughout all of this, you're calling us this morning. I already know that you probably could get a mortgage right away. I'm just guessing. I don't know what you got going on with that tax thing, but as long as you have your tax lien paid off, if it was a state tax lien, you can have overdraft protection. You have to write a letter of explanation. Write a letter of explanation, explain it. George, I think you went to the wrong lender. More importantly, the agent doesn't sound like a superstar either. This is a comedy of errors. First of all this BS about you're going to give EMD, earnest money deposit, that's non-refundable, that's not allowed on an FHA loan. So if you're rejected on the loan, 100% of your money is refunded to you. And I promise you that if you went to a court, a small claims court, the judge is going to agree. So the fact that they were trying to hold this hostage money, what you should have said is this. All right, give me sign an addendum to the first right of refusal. I'm going to try to buy the house and clear this up. If you get another offer and you're able to close and sell this to another person, then I'm going to have to step aside. You would be receiving your earnest money deposit back, and they can sell the house to somebody else. George, this is a call off the air. You need to come to Capital Mortgage. And anyone listening, this is exactly why we do the show. Enough of the nonsense. Bad mortgage place, and you had a bad real estate agent, and now we're going to help you get a house. You want to become a homeowner, right?
Absolutely.
Put a smile on your face. We're going to call you later. All good, George. Thanks for the call.
Thank you, George.
Thanks, George.
Bye-bye.
I mean, and Alex, these stories are endless. I mean, I'm okay if these. I would have heard it 10 years ago doing the show.
I feel,
But it's
I
16.
genuinely feel bad for him. That's why I get so upset on the air sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, that poor dude he's like, dude, I'm doing what you're telling me to
Right,
do.
and people don't know these things. They
Yeah.
don't know. And so that's why they need someone who knows what they're doing to represent them.
248-539-9797. Man, hey, folks, you wouldn't believe it. We hear this stuff all the time. Anyways, hey, let's move out to Shelby Township. Hey, Rick, good morning and welcome to the show.
Yeah, this is Rick from Shelby Township.
Good morning,
My
sir.
man.
Hey, kind of, my case isn't as severe as what you just had, but I went through I'm looking to do a refinance on a home. I went through I've gotten one estimate basically from a major lender in the area, and I'm curious what he did. The home value is probably at I'm going to say 210, 220. That's what they're going with. I'm looking to take a loan of $175,000. They were going to put all my closing into that, so
Sounds
you're
good.
looking at 180. They said everything looks good with our income. And I said the idea, he given me an estimate on a 15-year loan at a 3.99%.
That rate sucks. for 15
Shouldn't have a problem. Said that looks really easy, really doable. I said, well, what about doing a 20-year loan, which would just relieve my payment some and a couple $100? And he said, oh, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem either. Your interest will go up slightly. That's before, then when you start giving, so he wants I needed to put a $500 upfront fee to cover the appraisal, and then they're going to roll that in, and supposedly I'll get that back at closing. But now he's saying because of the ratio and the numbers, it's not going to, your house is going to have to appraise quite a bit higher, like 235, for me to do a 20-year loan. So I'd probably still do the 15. Let's just let it run, and let's just see what happens. If the appraisal comes in higher.
Rick, tell me.
I guess I don't see where it's a higher risk by going to a 20-year loan
the guy you're talking to
versus
is
a
an idiot.
15-year loan when the mortgage isn't changing.
Rick, time out, partner.
Can you say it a nice way?
Okay, Rick, the guy you're talking to has no clue what he's doing.
There you go.
The other mortgage guy. Absolutely zero. The ratios would be lower on a 20-year versus a 15-year because the payment's higher on a 15-year.
Right. I understand that.
Okay, so are you working full time? Why are the ratios so high?
Yeah. We both work full time. He said my credit score was like 670. That's what I thought he told me.
Okay, and you owe the loan's gonna be 170. The house is worth what, 210? You said.
So he's going to write the mortgage is going to be written at 180. And we owe, or I'm sorry, the house, it's at least 210. It's Shelby Township, 2,200 square foot colonial, 60s home. I'm pretty sure it'll fall. I'm sure, it might come in, I would think it would come in 220. I'm thinking even a little higher.
220 puts you right about an 81% loan to value. So you're right there on bordering on paying PMI. So we need about 225 on the appraisal to make it work. That's your biggest intangible is the appraised value. What I'm not following is the guy said the ratios, you didn't qualify. You're working full time. Is there anything else you need to know? Is there a Ferrari or payment? Is there,
No.
Okay.
No, I actually had late payments over 12 months ago.
Okay.
And the last year we've been really diligent about paying on time, and he said everything looked. He said everything looked good. I kind of looked over the documents last night, and I didn't see any credit. I didn't see any credit issue or anything. Now he is going on. My wife works as well. and he's going to run the loan which I don't. No, that doesn't make sense. He's going to run the loan just through my income.
He's fired. We got to get you. We got to get away from them. I'm telling you right now. This has train wreck written all over it, and that's being generous to the train wreck. It's just bad. There are things which are called loan level pricing adjustments for, if you do have a 670 credit score. Anything below a 760, you're going to pay a higher rate because you're a higher risk. That's only applicable to terms longer than 15 years. So on a 15-year mortgage, you're not going to pay a high rate because you have a 670 credit score. On a 30-year fixed, you are. So for him to tell you 3.99 on a 15-year fixed, that rate's way too high, man.
That sounds a little bit high at 670. But besides that fact of it, there's a lot of things that you're saying that are going to make you want to come to us, Jerry. Besides the communication breakdown with you and this loan officer, I don't think they have the knowledge or the experience. All this stuff's done even before the appraisal. You talked about you've already applied for the mortgage. When you apply for a mortgage, institutions like Capital Mortgage are all the legitimate, top-notch mortgage lenders in town. Within 3 or 4 days, you get a copy of your credit report or your credit score sent to you. So you instantly would know exactly what your credit score is. There just sounds like a lot of things in the transaction that aren't spelled out.
It sounds like a lot of pressure from them,
let's just sit
hurry up and put it through.
Jerry, you know what? We're going to sit back. We're going to double check the values in the neighborhood, see what that's going to look like ahead of time, run you through the system, make sure you and your wife are approved, and we'll get you a better rate. It's a great call for you. Or I'm sorry, Rick. It's a great call because we're going to save you a ton of money on this. I got a feeling this is going to work out.
Rick, clap for the show, buddy. Thank you for listening, sir.
All righty. Hey, we're up against a break, but the calls are getting better. 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
Jeff Glover and Associates Realtors are not only the official real estate team of the Detroit Tigers, they're the official real estate team of 97.1 The Ticket's opening day block party. If you need your house sold fast for top dollar, call 855-JEFF-SELLS or go to housesoldname.com.
Think you're fat? You might just be bloated. Find out by calling now for a free trial of New Biotics, the new breakthrough that flattens bloated bellies fast. For a free trial, call 1-800-700-4215.
I used to be plagued by potbelly and constant bloating. After taking New Biotics, my belly flattened and continues to get flatter. My sense of bloating and discomfort is gone.
If you've got a big belly, you might not be fat. You might just be bloated. New Biotics is scientifically formulated with natural ingredients to flatten bloated bellies fast by cleansing pounds of rotting food and toxic sludge from your body. It even combats periodic heartburn and acid reflux. So just think how much better you'll look and feel. Think you might be bloated? Call now for a free trial of New Biotics and see how much flatter it makes your belly. You might be surprised. But hurry, call now for details while these free trials last. 1-800-700-4215. That's 1-800-700-4215. 1-800-700-4215.
Bucharest Grill's Park Avenue location has moved. Enjoy the new location of Bucharest Grill, 2684 Jefferson, near Shane in Detroit. Featuring plenty of free parking. Same great original recipes that earned Bucharest Grill the Tasty Awards from Channel 4. Best carryout and best late food from Our Magazine. And best shawarma from Metro Times. Their shawarmas, beef, chicken, vegetarian, or the amazing Bucharest shawarma are the best in Detroit. Enjoy fresh hummus, gourmet dogs, Bucharest sliders, falafels, freshly prepared salads at Detroit's original Bucharest Grill. Plenty of free parking at all 3 Bucharest Grill locations. In Corktown, 1623 Michigan Ave, New Center at 110 Paquette, and now 2684 Jefferson, just minutes from downtown. Bucharest Grill delivers too. Call 313-965-3111, 313-965-3111, or BucharestGrill.com. Detroit's original Bucharest Grill with 3 locations just minutes from downtown. Michigan Avenue, Paquette, and the new Jefferson Avenue location.
Protect your home with residential steel roofing from Menards. It can be installed over existing shingles, saving you money on disposal fees and installation time. Plus, Menards residential steel roofing helps cut energy bills and is hail, wind, and fire resistant. Right now, Pro Rib residential steel roofing is $158 a linear foot after sale price and rebate. Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards, even sale items. Good through April 2nd. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Mike Daga from Mercedes-Benz of Novi. I know you hear a lot of car dealers advertise, but if you come into Mercedes-Benz of Novi, you'll notice some fundamental differences. First, as soon as you walk in here, you'll immediately be at ease. There's absolutely no pressure ever. Every person here at Mercedes-Benz of Novi is friendly and down to earth, and I mean really down to earth. At Mercedes-Benz of Novi, we speak at least 5 different languages, and children and grandparents are always welcome. My staff and I have the experience, the know-how, and the tenacity to always look under every single stone to give you our guaranteed best price. And we stock a ton of cars in colors and trims that you won't see elsewhere. And we're Michigan's only authorized AMG Performance Center. Before you decide on any car or SUV at any dealer, just come in and put us to the test here at Mercedes-Benz of Novi. You'll be glad you did. We're at Grand River and Haggerty, minutes from 696 and 275. Please, see me when you get here.
Today from 2 to 4, come hang out with the Ticket Chicks at Cricket Wireless on Union Lake Road in Commerce Township. At Cricket Wireless, it's a win-win. Switch now and get a $50 bill credit. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about. And you can enter to win tickets to see the Detroit Red Wings on April 6th, courtesy of Chevrolet, the official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings.
Donate to 97.1 The Ticket Student Heart Check Program, and you can help ensure that every student-athlete's heart is healthy enough for sports. Donate at cbsdetroit.com/student heart check.
No soft zones here. 97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show. 947, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate and Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. In our 16th year, if you're just joining us, good stuff here. Call Capital 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Also, you can send us an email to mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. We've got some open lines, 248-539-9797. Let's go to Jerry out there on the cell phone. Thanks, Jerry, for holding.
Jerry, good morning, sir. Good, what's going on, man?
Just a quick question for you guys. We had to short sale our house a couple of years ago. We're about 2 years into it now. We signed a lease for 2 years with first option to buy. Is that enough time after 2 years to purchase the
you
house?
Need 3 years.
No, I need to go longer.
You need 3 years.
Just a little longer, not too bad.
Yeah.
Why'd you short sell the house? What happened?
Medical bills and all stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you need 3 years from the date of the sheriff's sale, or from the date of the closing on the short sale.
3 years. Okay, now the lease says 2 years with first option to buy. I'm just afraid this guy could actually...
I don't even know what that means.
I mean, he can sell the house after 2 years. The lease will be null and void, because the lease is expired in 2 years. You can call him and ask him to extend the lease for a year. I would just have if you're going to do that, just have him write a regular lease, extend it for the year, sign it, and then in 3, when you hit your 3-year mark, call Harvey back and
or before,
right, and then try to do the purchase at that time, and then you can come to him like a month before you're out of your lease and present him with the purchase agreement.
Jared, help me out here. So you do the short sale, and then you've got a family, and you say, "Wait a minute here, I've got to buy a house. I need a roof over the head for the family." So you say, "I'm going to rent. I'm going to go lease a place. It's a house, right?"
Right.
And then you go to the individual.
What's the payment on? What's the lease payment right now?
$1,000.
And what was the house payment?
Maybe $1,500 or something like that. There's a little more.
I mean, so you downsize. You got to reestablish your credit. The medical bills are all paid off. There's no outstanding debt or anything.
Yeah, no, we should be good now.
I mean, you need 3 years from the date of the sheriff's sale, or I'm sorry, from the short sale. But your landlord right now can sell that property once the lease expires.
Yeah, just call him up and see if you can extend it for another year. You got to be careful with that stuff. Again, when you signed it initially, is when you say, "Hey, wait a minute." That's where you get the mortgage information. But I think I'm going to call you. We'll call you after the show, and maybe let's pull out the date on that, the HUD settlement statement, and see what that short sale date was. Probably not. Maybe it's not a full 3 years from now. Okay. Good.
Nice. Thank you.
Thanks,
all right. Again, prepare yourself. Talk to you're signing. You just got out of a situation. You're upside down on your house. You let it go to short sale, whatever it is, and then you jump right into boiling a pot of hot water here. Find out how soon you're going to be able to get a mortgage. Find out what the guidelines are. I mean, these things do change, and potentially, we'll take a look at Jerry and we can help him out. Let's move on to Jeff out in Auburn Hills. Hey, Jeff, what's happening?
Hey, Jeff.
How you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. What's going on this morning?
I'm just wanting to refinance my home, and to be honest with you, it's kind of overwhelming because I don't know where to start, how to start. I purchased a house back in 2004. I got 2 loans, a piggyback,
Okay.
A 15-year and a 30-year. I paid the 15-year off in 7 years.
Awesome.
And now I'm still sitting at 6%. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's awesome. You're doing everything right, Jeff. I mean, it's actually a very simple process. I have a great team that I work with that, take care of all the documentation for you. A lot of the information can be done all online now. What's called e-signing. You can just click through the documents. If you're on a 30-year fix right now, so you got it in 2004. So you're 12 years into it. I'd like to take it down to... Go ahead, sir.
No, I was just going to say we got 19 years
19 years left. I'd like to run on a 15-year fix for you. I can probably lower the payment and cut off those 4 years off the life of the mortgage and get the thing paid off.
That's where I was confused because I was telling the wife I wanted to go 20 or 15 because why have such a long financing
I agree,
and such
100%.
a high rate still?
Yep, I was raised. You got to pay. Supposed to pay the mortgage off. I don't want to redo it on a 30-year because you're going to pay interest over obviously a 30-year term again.
Right.
You made the right call, Jeff. We got about 10 minutes of the show left. Let me call you after the show, and I'll get it taken care of for you.
Okay, how about, Jimmy, I'm going back into work. I just took a quick break. I heard your show on. I'm like, you know what? These guys would be able to help me. So, you know what? Just call me anytime.
No worries.
And I'll answer and we'll go from there.
I'll give you my cell phone number. Don't worry about it.
Good job, Jeff. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you very much.
No worries, man. Take care.
It's as simple as that. I mean, it really is simple. We've been doing the show for a long time, and Alex, I got to tell you, we call the clients or they call to the office and they say they listen, and then they do the loan with us and they close on time and everything works out and they save a ton of money. It's that simple, folks. So get the professional people involved. Again, I only have 26 years experience, Alex. I don't know, you're like 15 or I don't even know how old you are anymore. I still think you're 20.
Because you met when I was 22. So
is that why I still think you're 22 or 25?
He doesn't age.
Be realistic about your budget. It's something that we talk about here. We do have a little time here. 248-539-9797. Wanted to dive into the budget. Alex, we talk about it all the time. Crunch your numbers ahead of time. Make sure you can afford the house. Talk about things in the future, such as if you have young children, you're going to be saving for college. Do you have a lot of debts out there that you need to pay off? What are your hopes and dreams for your future? Again, crunch the numbers. Get professionals to help you. Do you really want to live in this particular house? The location is key. Is the school district going to fit your needs?
Absolutely.
These are all the things that you write down on your wish list. And then, of course, when you're out there looking for a home, Nicole, and we always talk about these buyers, put together a great wish list, your must-haves. You must have X amount of bedrooms or bathrooms.
Right.
You must have that school district. That's always key.
Right, but you still have to have reasonable expectations, too, because you're not going to get everything you want in a house. There's always going to be something, even with new construction. There's always something.
There's always, you got your must-haves, and then how about this would be nice to have.
Absolutely.
So sometimes you might only get a couple nice-to-haves and not a must-to-have.
Correct. Sometimes you do have to budge a little.
All right, what else do we got here? 248-539-9797. Wanted to throw that out if you want to sneak a phone call in. Also, Alex, just distributing the equity. A lot of families want to know, how can I get this home improvement job done? We've been stressing that many families use the equity in their house. Refinance your mortgage. Now, we say to refinance your mortgage and not get a home equity line because so many of the families that have those home equity lines get in trouble with them.
Right.
It's a line of they're great.
It's very tempting.
It's too accessible.
Absolutely. I mean, they send you checks. They send you a credit card. I mean, there's
it's a popular question. Many families are using the equity. They can use $30,000 worth of repairs, fix up their home. They pay it down to zero. They can go back and use that home equity. It works great. But as you mentioned, Alex, it's too accessible. And so often we just get phone calls. They say, hey, look, Harvey, I've had this home equity line for 4 or 5 years. Now it's time to consolidate it. Drop the years on my mortgage, drop the term, and save a lot of money. What else do I got here?
Well, you mentioned that too. I took a call the other day from a client who actually listens to the show, and he wanted to know if the FHA offers, conventional product to do rehab on the house, to cash out and do it, but on purchase. You can put down 3% now on a conventional deal.
Buy a house with 3% down.
Yeah,
All right.
Use the cash for the repairs.
That Soundgarden's music says that we got to go. It's been a pleasure to have you. Hey, if you want to call Capital Mortgage and find us all week long, call us at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. I know we got Pat Caputo and Kyle Bogey coming up with sports social commentary. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. For Alex Nafusi, I'm Harvey Freed. Nicole Moscow. We'll see you next Saturday. Thank you.
Preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
There are people who believe cookie butter is made of fairy dust and magic beans. The truth is so much simpler. Cookies. This is Matt Sloan of Trader Joe's. Of course, not just any cookies could become something as satisfying as cookie butter. Only Speculoos cookies. Trader Joe's Speculoos cookies are classic European caramelized cookies, thin and crispy with a cinnamony, almost gingerbready flavor. Their oblong shape and thin profile makes them ideal companions for coffee and tea. To dunk or not is a personal decision. Of course, dunking is just one suggestion. You can crumble Speculoos cookies on top of ice cream or layer them in a parfait. You could pull them straight from the package and eat them on their own. No beverage or dessert required. You could even dip them into cookie butter. Not that we've ever done that. We're selling each 7-ounce package of Speculoos cookies for $1.99, a magical price worth its weight in fairy dust. For the location of your neighborhood Trader Joe's, check us out at TraderJoe's.com. Thanks for listening.
Did you know a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, you might not sleep so well. But now, SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. It kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs, and it's completely hands-free. For a limited time, you can try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. Just call 1-800-400-3464.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for the better. My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean destroys CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs with no hassle. Never have to clean your machine by hand again. There's no water, chemicals, or disassembly. Just pop in your mask, close the lid, and presto, your CPAP system is clean and fresh in minutes. Call SoClean.com to try it risk-free at home for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer only available by calling 1-800-400-3464. That's 1-800-400-3464.
What if I told you that buying or selling a home with our team meant that you get the opportunity to help out a local hero? Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. I'm proud to announce our new affiliation with Homes for Heroes, where we're giving 25% of our commission dollars back to a local veteran, firefighter, EMT, school teacher, and even nurses and doctors. But don't just take it from me.
Hi, this is Mike Craig from Brighton, Michigan. I heard Jeff's ads on the radio, and just like the ads say, he gave me a clear and concise plan to market my house, and he delivered on that plan. Jeff got me a great price for my house with no contingencies. That's money in the bank.
Homeowners